buy that for $1.
Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Now, say my name.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Deadwire Live. This time you got Skeeter, Kevin, and of course Jeff. And we got some fun headlines for you. And welcome again, once and all, to Deadwire Live, our favorite live stream and yours too. How you doing, Skeeter? What you been up to this last week?
Just the usual. Being busy doing music bingo and trivia. So, and then working a day job and finishing up a couple of shows, and yeah, that's about it.
Hey, looks like you're also decorating your room back there, so it looks like it's finally turning into a man cave.
Yes. It's about time.
And Kevin, how you been doing this week, buddy? You've been on a little bit of a medical leave with everybody, so good to have you back. How's everything going, and what you've been up to?
I've been doing absolutely nothing except for trying to get my daughter to take sips of water. Her appendix ruptured last weekend, so I spent all this week, with the exception of watching Spawn, staring at a wall, listening to a heavy metal band called Frog Leap.
Wow, that's a combination I never thought was on my bingo card for this week.
Skeets, that's a group you should like put on your bingo. Like
it is. I love Frog Leap. They're a pretty good band.
Frog Leap is amazing, dude. They crack me up. But
I've never actually heard of this band.
Mm-hmm.
They're really funny. They are heavy metal covers of pop songs
and country.
Interesting.
Yes, and country. And they're so much better. They're usually like 99.9% of the time better than what the originals are.
Mm-hmm.
So is it on the level of Vanilla Ice doing a heavy metal cover of his own song, Ice Ice Baby?
Way up.
Oh, way up there. Okay.
Yeah. My favorite by them is Africa. Their cover of Toto's Africa. That is the best version I've ever heard of Africa.
I think I know what I am doing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Checking out some songs.
Oh God, dude, it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you get sucked in for hours. So
it's like when I got introduced to Epic Rap Battles of History, and I'm like, oh, this is stupid. And like 3 songs later, I'm like, why are these on repeat, and why am I not minding?
And the Weird Al did a great version on there.
Yeah. These guys are the closest thing I've ever heard to Weird Al, and I want to say a elderly music teacher pointed it out. She likes hanging out and watching their shows because it's like watching her students fuck off playing music the way that they're not supposed to be doing, but having fun doing it anyway. And it's like, that's a pretty good analogy. I like that. It fits.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. Play music wrong. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
The good old days. Or the new days. Depending on how dated you want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll feel your 40s listening to some of this shit. Like, yeah.
Every bit of 40 every day I wake up.
You've never rocked out to Zombie so hard in your entire fucking life.
Or the heavy metal version of Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild too. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl's a good one too. Yeah. That's a rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check this out now.
So as opposed to like nurturing my daughter back to health, that's pretty much what I was doing, was listening to these guys. So it was not a bad week. It was just a very long week.
Yeah. Not much going on over here. Just typical podcast stuff, trying to survive the real job, and being told that our dog is a major hazard by our insurance company, and dealing with their sorry asses. It looks like we're going to have to replace a roof soon.
Because of the dog?
No. They just marked it down on the inspection that our dog is a major hazard. on top of the roof being the actual major hazard. So it was really weird seeing them like, if you're gonna ding the dog and the house, why don't you just ding the house? Because you're already like screwing with us on the insurance coverage. Like, cover us until we fix the fucking roof. Nothing's wrong with the roof, but it's however they're determining it. All the insurance companies are screwing people the last few years. They've done it to my dad like several years ago, and it's getting even worse for a lot of people. And not trying to go off on some political or any sort of tangent like that, but these insurance companies, if they don't have to pay out, they don't want to. And if they need to make you fix something to cover you or just straight up drop you and you have to go find somebody else who will cover you, that's what they're going to do, because they can be picky now for whatever reason they feel is appropriate. And I think it's horseshit. So,
yeah, that's our roof. We had that last year. We had the big hailstorm up here in northern Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right.
And we didn't notice it at first, but all of a sudden the roof on our porch was leaking. Luckily, it's not like connected inside to the house. It was just an outdoor porch.
Right.
But it's enclosed. And we called the insurance because literally there was leaking in once the snow started melting.
Right.
And we're like, hey, we got a bad leak. We think that hailstorm did damage. They come out and they're like, oh, no, there's no hail damage. I'm like, well, I had 2 roofers out here say there's hail damage.
Yeah.
No, it's ice dam damage. Okay. So we call them again. All right. We'll send another guy out. He comes up. There's no ice dam damage. It's all hail damage.
Oh, God.
So what do we do? And actually, this is 2 years now because we've been waiting for it to come around. Finally, this year, they're like, in February, they're like, yeah, it's definitely hail damage. So that was the third inspector to come out. And now we're finally getting our roof fixed here in next month.
Jesus.
But we had to do 4 months of just arguing with them. Not fun.
No.
So as soon as that's done, yep, new company.
Yeah, we're probably getting somebody new as well, but we're also we're gonna take care of the roof regardless, because we don't want to keep going through this cycle.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna get an asphalt roof out here in Arizona. We want a metal roof, but unfortunately that's not gonna be in the cards this round. But whatever. Enough about real life, guys. We got some non-troubling news going on right now with a lot of Hollywood. This wasn't on our little docket, but I do want to share like the little Sony and Paramount news that is potentially going on right now. And that Sony has signed a non-disclosure agreement with Paramount because they are in talks to make a little bid on acquiring Sony, along with the finance partner Apollo. Now, Apollo is specifically, according to this article by Deadline, this is a really good article. It's a very short read. Everybody should read the whole article. Don't just read the headline, read the article. But Apollo is looking at acquiring the lot for Paramount, like the actual real estate and area. And Sony is just looking to acquire the company / studio itself specifically. This is a $26 billion cash deal that is in play. And this could get interesting. We had been hearing these rumors about Paramount trying to sell. They've been like in the red for fucking forever. Nothing's working. Star Trek, a lot of their projects just aren't taking off like they should. Of course, they're also in the streaming business. Not many of them are making any money, like at all. So that's what we're down to. Kevin, got any thoughts about this, or what are you thinking about?
I'm really curious about this one. I don't know that I like it. Like, Sony's not the greatest company. Like, they are the bubblegum studio. And Paramount has its select IPs that it holds on to, like your Star Trek, your Indiana Jones, your Mission Impossible movies. And they do only those, and that's pretty much what's only on Paramount Plus up until recently when they started, swapping back and forth amongst the streamers.
Right.
So I don't know. Like this is going to be more content for Paramount Plus, which is good. it would be nice to have something like Ghostbusters have a home finally, but I don't know. Like, how's it going to go? Like the land gets cut up and divvied one way, and the catalog gets tossed the other way.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, kind of hard to say what is actually ultimately going to end up happening. I'm kind of 50-50 on this idea here. You know, Sony is an odd company in and of itself, but they've been some shrewd business people the last few years, and they did not fall prey to the streaming service wars. They actually got out of that before it got really bad. So they're still hanging around. Yes, they're still putting out crap like Madam Web and Morbius, and nobody's watching those. Nobody cares, except for the memes that result from them. So that's always a good thing. And Madam Web is #1 on the Netflix list for this last weekend or two. So that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how that's working out. Like, not even Morbid Curiosity is enough to like make that movie be watchable from start to finish.
Did you just say morbid curiosity or morbid curiosity?
I don't know anymore.
I think it was both.
I liked it your way.
It's morbid time. Hey, Steve, you got any thoughts on the Sony Paramount possible purchase here?
It's been interesting because with Sony for PlayStation has been the gaming that's been coming out has been dropped down to pretty much a standstill. There's nothing really coming out soon. So I'm kind of wondering if this is what's causing that problem more. Now I'm reading more of the article. So it could be what's slowing Sony down from releasing a bunch of games. Plus what Sony's been pulling off their networks a lot. It's make me wonder if it, could do like what we've seen with other companies that get bought out, cutting off all the jobs for everybody. And that's my main concern. It's going to really cause a big problem in the industry for all these people, besides losing their jobs. It sucks, but at the same time, it's going to be what crap comes out afterwards. That's,
right.
Because that's the way a lot of this has been going. I mean, Disney killed Star Wars pretty much, except for the main movies, but the offshoots, they kind of did a pretty good job on that, on most of it. But this, it's like, what shows are we going to lose? What movie series are we going to see get changed up and just go to crap? That's what I'm worried about. Like, what's next? Are we going to ruin for the industry, for the viewers to see?
Right.
It scares me a little bit, but at the same time, it's like maybe they'll pull something off and it'll be really good. Fingers crossed,
That'd be pretty dope. I'd be totally down for a good Star Trek movie or a good Star Trek TV show. We had Picard season 3 that proved to be pretty damn sweet, but we haven't had a really good Star Trek movie in like nearly forever. It's been like 15, 20 years since we even had a decent one, let alone a good one. So last one I remember, I know a lot of people say First Contact, but I kind of liked not Insurrection.
Insurrection wasn't bad.
Insurrection was fine. I'm definitely feeling aggressive tendencies as Worf's going through a male puberty phase at like freaking 40 years old. That was kind of funny. But I did like Nemesis. I just feels like that movie was just a little too drawn out.
Yeah. Just bring back Stargate. That's all I request.
Yes and no, because the last anybody talked about Stargate, the creators of the Expanse TV show or the showrunners had a pitch for a new Stargate show, but Brad Wright also had a pitch for a Stargate TV show, and Amazon basically told him to go park it. And I'm like, no. I would rather have Brad Wright back. And I know people then point at like Stargate freaking Universe. Well, if you want to point at Stargate Universe, that wasn't entirely his call. It was a combined decision between Sci-Fi Channel and Brad Wright. But
Yep.
by season 2, they had started to pull that back. People didn't like the Battlestar Galactica tone of it.
Mm-hmm.
They were pulling it back in season 2. And by the end of season 2, it felt like, okay, season 3 is going to be more of what people like, but with a dash of things that you didn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily like, but you were like, okay, I can put up with a little more of this, because that's what Stargate Atlantis was doing
Yep.
as well. Like, they started to get a lot more serious, a little less goofy, campy at times.
Mm-hmm.
They'd still do it, but it'd still work within the universe. And they were getting there. They just
Mhm.
had never had that chance to wrap up their storyline and show people, like, we are listening, we are working on it. We're just trying to come up with something new, because the standard quo was not pulling in ratings anymore. And that's what was needed to at least try and pull in a new audience.
Mhm.
So
Sorry, I 0-pointed. Wrong show.
that's okay. That's okay. It's because I was talking about, like, Star Trek and Sony. Like,
Yeah.
what's Sony going to do with the Transformers franchise? You mean we might actually get a real Transformers movie now? What about the G.I. Joe / Transformers movie?
Or, yeah.
That might be okay. We don't know. Sony is very hit or miss with their movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes they're really not good.
Yeah,
We've seen their
like-
Marvel entries. We've seen a lot of their other entries. Just have to wait and see. But this also has to go through the regulatory issues as well. It'll probably go through, but if there is another acquisition this size amongst major studios, if there is one more after this, it is probably not going to happen. That's too much contracting into not enough companies. The only thing I'll say is this is also probably a good thing for independent filmmakers. Like, if you've been disillusioned and you're a main, like, creative force, director, writer, whatever, now's your chance to go do what you've always wanted to do. Don't hang your hat on, I want to be the next George Lucas and write Star Wars. Go write the story you always wanted to do. Just don't Zack Snyder that bitch.
Yeah.
No.
As long as they don't produce another Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
That one was okay, but yeah, that wasn't great. I like the voice actors. I didn't say much about the movie.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
That is too true. All right. Well, speaking of universes and shared universes, there is another headline that we can slash our way into. Kevin, what do you think about the Jason universe?
Oh man. Okay, so
Buckle up, everybody. Kevin's about to go on a rant.
no, not a rant, I promise. Like, but this is just like their shoe dropping. This is kind of them showing why they've been fucking people off for the last several weeks. Really. And it's like, screwing over the video game, screwing over Brian Fuller, and all of a sudden here's this new, I don't even know exactly what it is they have planned, but it's their new proposal that they're all excited for, but this is why they've screwed everybody over in the last several weeks. Jason Universe.
With a 1 and a 3. How clever can you be?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how fun for them.
So clever. They couldn't wait till September 13th. Which is only Friday the 13th this year, everybody.
Yep.
Oh, lame.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Friday the 13th month for us back when we get to September. So that's a fun thing.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Except for it always comes time to like, well, which one do we watch?
Well, we got some ideas in store, and we're also going to be covering the TV show, the very first season at that time. So that should be fun for everybody, especially when the TV show has literally nothing to do with Jason Voorhees, like, at all.
But it mentions Pamela like once in the first 10 seconds.
Yep. And then never
again.
Ever
again.
But it counts. It counts,
Something's got to count for Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
I really don't understand what they're trying to do with the franchise now. Sounds like, they still got Victor Miller involved, and and Mark Toberoff, but I would like them to incorporate other like creatives that are out there, like Vincente. I'd like to see him involved with some of this. Like, these are people who've been carrying on the memory of Jason and like just the overall vibe of Friday the 13th for the last few years, carrying the torch, so to speak. And you had somebody like Brian Fuller on there, and he's gone now, and he's a proven track record and a proven commodity when it comes to horror. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they're going to be building upon, but they're still going with the TV show. And just taking a look at this article, same goes for the Crystal. They can't make any Friday the 13th movies, so this universe, quote unquote, a new era from the original owners of the Friday the 13th franchise. What does that mean? IGN details in their surprising report today. New Friday the 13th activations will span a wide range of platforms, from entertainment, games, immersive experiences, merchandise, and more, to be announced through 2024. What that tells me is they're going cash grabbing, everybody.
Yep.
And I say that while I look over at this article over here about the Army of Darkness life-size wearable prop replica of Ash's chainsaw, and I am so pre-ordering that motherfucker.
Same here. That was the first thing I saw when you popped up that article. I'm like, ooh, when do I pre-order?
Yeah, I go from saying cash grab to take my money.
Yeah, take my money.
I mean, they could put out some pretty cool stuff. I got a bunch of Friday the 13th things here that we've showed here and there through all of our shows, but I just see this and I'm like, is your mind and your heart really in the right place? Yes, you need to make a profit, but are you really doing this with the fans in mind, or are you just doing this to do a mass churn of like shit out there? Don't just put out random fucking toys, random gimmicks, and think, oh hey, let's make some money. Like, at least be smart about this. If you're going to do something like those cool fucking statues, like Kota Kubayaki. Probably said that name fucking wrong. But they did like the female Jason like many years ago. Super busty and super like not okay, but it's still something different. That's a high quality figure / statue from Japan. Things of that sort of nature, where it's like it's something new, different, but also quality, and it gives something that I didn't know I wanted that, but I do.
Something perverted and gross from Japan.
Damn right. So
Friday
this is the anime guy,
anime.
and I got my statues up on the shelf back here. So
yeah, that'll be it. It'll turn into a college co-ed anime.
I would grab a couple of my figures over here, but they're more on the racy side, and that might that might not be a good thing for this particular stream. Maybe I'll save that for an anime stream sometime in the future, everybody.
You know, as long as there's a sleeping bag gag, I'm down.
Oh God, there almost has to be. Full force swing.
Yeah.
Just before it hits the tree. That'd be dope.
Say whatever you want about Jason X. That was like the greatest shit ever, was him swinging that bag. Like the full force of the swing was amazing.
Oh, they actually launched a website for the Jason universe where you can get updates.
Is that like moviepoopshoot.com?
That could be.
Let's go over there.
I don't know if that site's still active.
I didn't even know that thing was active.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was a real site for a bit.
Yep, here is the little universe for Jason Universe. You put in your name, your email, phone number if you wish to. That's so they could send you text messages in the middle of while you're sleeping and notify you the newest Jason Voorhees t-shirt is available.
Yeah.
They're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. For people that are very interested, this is totally cool. Don't mind us like picking on this, but we've all been burned by what's been going on with the lawsuits for like the last several years from the video game to like not getting a show to getting a show to Brian Fuller leaving. There's just been a little too much yin-yanging going on as far as us horror fans, let alone Friday the 13th fans. So, and we've seen what's happened with Blumhouse and the Halloween movies, and we're just all hoping that we don't go down that rabbit hole with Friday the 13th and Jason Voorhees going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, so this really is just a way to like funnel everyone to buy their licensed merch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they have intending. If they're going to do a freaking mobile game, I have no clue. Like, we all have to kind of wait and see. This is just kind of like the initial announcement of, we got plans, everybody. Until you actually start talking about your plans and showing things, I call bullshit.
Yeah. If they do a mobile game, they have to have a lot of spelling errors like the old NES game did.
Ooh. Skeeter.
I played that game a lot.
Yeah.
I need to replace mine.
Yeah.
I think I do. Either that or Nightmare on Elm Street. It might be Friday the 13th I still have. One of them needed to have been replaced.
I got a figure here. I'm going to try not to knock everything down around here.
Ta-da!
Is he 8-bit? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Cool.
Oh.
Yep. It still makes the sound.
Nice.
It still has the original $24.99 sticker on the back.
Ooh.
Wow.
Available only at GameStop.
Yeah.
That is not where I bought this from.
Mm-hmm.
No, because they're expensive.
Yeah. Well, speaking of expensive, maybe not expensive, Kevin, Skeeter, we lost somebody this week. Mr. Roger Corman.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I didn't think that was going to happen anytime soon. I really didn't. Like,
well, he was 98 years old.
I know, but I always kind of had this idea in my head that he'd be like, you know, Bird-Eye Gordon, and be like, get to that 100 mark and still be working.
Yeah.
Which Mr. Gordon, I believe, passed away at 99 and was still working.
Yeah.
So. But
very sad. He launched many careers for everybody.
Goodness, yes. And he took so little compared to what he turned out and gave to Hollywood. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want to like overinflate or boost his ego, but look at people like Jim Cameron.
Oh God, yeah. If he had never been hired and then fired on Piranha 2, who knows where he'd actually be right now.
Yeah. Like his set design work and all the things that he learned on how to make films easier, better, cheaper, and focus on stories instead of sets and shit like that.
Yeah.
Corman could just say, "You're welcome to Hollywood" for everything. Like, he did all that.
Oh yeah, he hired like Coppola, Ron Howard, like Owen Scorsese. Like, how many people? It's Sly Stallone, Death Race 2000.
Yeah.
Like, he's been such a pivotal fixture of Hollywood for so long. Like, everybody's at least seen one movie of his, one way or another. Television, home video store. You're visiting your grandparents and they have this cheap ass little shop of horrors movie over there, or you were around like 20 odd years ago when they did the Black Scorpion television show for Sci-Fi Channel. It's the only TV show Roger Corman has ever done out of his studio, which we are also covering. Yep, Showtime. We are covering that at some point on our podcast. But like, he's done so much on so little. He has been basically the model for, I'm not doing the typical Hollywood bullshit. I'm doing my thing my way at a budget, and I can still make money.
Yeah. So. And he's never lost money on a picture ever.
No, even the Fantastic Four movie, bro, actually made money for a movie that never got released, yet they finished shooting it. You can find it on YouTube. Just about anywhere on here. Just type in Fantastic Four 1994, and you'll still get that best Fantastic Four movie that's been put out to this date. And they made money because what was it? Fox didn't want him to release it, or was it Marvel? And so they gave him money basically to shelve that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, I don't remember which it was. I don't believe it was Marvel.
Fox. Yeah, I was going to say it was Fox, if I remember right.
I know it's in the Doomed, the documentary that covered what happened with this movie, and they are able to show like a clip or two and some stills and like other things that were behind the scenes on that. So it's a super great documentary. Highly recommend everybody checking that out too. But like, he got paid basically not to put that movie out there because they didn't want that out there.
Yeah,
so he made money on that. Like, that.
And all those people, they thought they were going to make like the movie that started the MCU, basically. Like, they were in it to win it.
Yeah.
And the movie looked really good, all things considered.
Yeah.
Considering how cheap it is. You still get comic accurate costumes. You still get a comic accurate Doom. And the entire budget is blown out literally when Johnny flames on at the end.
Flame on. Nicholson, Grand Theft Auto, 1977. Man, just going through this article just reminds me of so many more things he was involved with. That rest in peace, Roger Corman. I'm never forgetting you, and I have like a ton of your movies on my shelf back here. So thank you for all your hard work. You will be missed, good sir. But rest in peace and rest easy.
Yeah. You know, I was never allowed to watch the original version of Little Shop of Horrors as a kid. Like, my dad would never let me rent it because he said it was stupid. Like, he didn't like the remake. Yes. Yes. Kind of, yeah. But like, he basically said it was a bad movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to get on a diatribe of Corman movies being bad flicks or not, but I didn't see the original until I was like 37, 38.
Oh yeah, me neither, actually.
And golly, did I enjoy it so much.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate the Steve Martin and the other one, the remake, got Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, and that one's okay. I like it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's got the happy ending out of the two movies, but
that's very true.
God, the humor that was in the original was just so dark and grim. Like the mother that's a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Anyway,
Uh,
you guys have any other like favorite movies or memories of Roger Corman?
Just too many movies. I was looking up what he all did, and I was like, holy crap, I own this, I own that, I own that, I own this, I own that. I'm like, man, I knew I liked his stuff, but I didn't realize how much of his stuff I had on my shelf. So I'm like,
That's
geez.
true.
Oh.
Well, I just realized like how much I don't own that I want to own.
Mm-hmm.
Like Night of the Blood Beast is probably my favorite MST episode. And it was probably my first. So like Corman got me into MST too, really.
Yeah.
Because that type of movie was like so very much up my alley. Like I sat to watch the movie and then heard all the riffs with it.
Right.
Not a lot of people do that.
No, they don't. Yeah,
I
or
forgot about Easy Rider. I just saw it. I'm like, gosh, I forgot about that too.
Which one?
I forgot that one.
Oh. Jeez.
Nicholson. God damn. Him and Carradine were mixed too. Like, I absolutely love like Death Race 2000. That's a fantastic movie. Well, sad news, but we will remember you.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. You guys got any other thoughts, topics? I do have a couple of trailers we could go through otherwise.
Well, I have just a couple little things as far as announcements, as far as
Take
things
over,
coming up.
Kev.
Just really quick. Let's see here. First up, so we know Superman is coming out next year, 2025. James Gunn's Superman is going to be the first rollout of his new DCU. Coming up immediately after that in 2026 is going to be Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't catch this one this week.
Yeah, I didn't know this either, and I thought that was Sweeney at first, but no, it's Millie Alcock.
Oh, okay.
And
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I don't know who she is necessarily, and I sound really like bad when I say that. I mean, no disrespect, but she looks like she could play the part pretty well. And if James Gunn is involved, I don't see a Supergirl movie being not fun.
Oh, she was the young Rhaenyra Targaryen girl. Okay, in House of the Dragon. That's where I knew that name from.
Oh.
So she's in the House of the Dragon season 1. She's the younger version of Rhaenyra.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Kevin, I just got pointed out in our YouTube chat by One Punch Man, Tolkien fan. Her pic is in the thumbnail of this stream. You made the thumbnail.
I just wanted to ask, but didn't at the same time. Like, you know.
Thank you, One Punch Man. That's funny.
And thank you also for making the Alec Baldwin joke. I didn't have to do it. That's pretty awesome.
Keep it coming. We love that shit here.
So next up, on much better news, coming up this year. No, next year. God damn it. Mortal Kombat 2. Son of a bitch. I saw October 24th and thought 2024. Okay. I'm really excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know why. Like, Mortal Kombat Annihilation was obviously not a good flick. The first two Mortal Kombat movies were not good movies, but God, do I love them both. Like, they're fun. The remake was fun as hell. I don't care. Like,
I have my issues with the remake, but I really dig it.
Yeah, same.
If you take the main character out of it, it's a lot of fun.
Yes. The fights are good. The visuals are outstanding. The score is really good, too. It may be about, 15 minutes too long, but you take out that idiot story to begin with, and all of a sudden you have a much better movie. So, But what I'm excited for is we're getting Carl Urban as Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2. So I'm super jacked. That's my dread, man. He's going to do great. Although I would have pegged him to be more of a Kano character than Johnny Cage, but he'll nail it. He does fine.
Yeah, you can pull the arrogant off. I'm pretty sure of it.
The arrogant.
Yeah, that's all Johnny Cage is arrogance.
All I remember is the first one and Nutshot Central.
Yeah.
That was flawless victory right there.
No kidding.
Besides the flawless soundtrack. That soundtrack was flawless. I still listen to that soundtrack all the time.
Oh, the original one?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, now I had the soundtrack to Annihilation.
That was okay.
It's fine.
The soundtrack was not bad. Like
it was the casting and the story and the directing.
The theme song was a step up from the original. I kind of liked the way they kicked it up a notch, and then they had a Megadeth in there that wasn't so bad, and I was kind of like, this is the first time I've ever kind of liked Megadeth before. Okay. It was also the last time I ever liked Megadeth too.
It's kind of hard to like Megadeth, but I liked them for a while back in the old days too. The old days. Yeah, I am that old now.
80s.
It's a symphony of destruction.
Oh, but and then the last thing I have for release dates coming soon is Disney's big snafu. We talked a bit about it last week, I think, is they've got 3 shows coming out a year and how many movies? 2?
Mm-hmm.
2 or
So-
3.
Yeah. So next year they've got Daredevil coming out, Agatha All Along, which is now the latest working title for House of Harkness.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 have definite dates. Ironheart is to be given a to be determined.
That's actually going to get released.
Wow. Wow.
They showed a trailer for it.
No. Oh my God.
That's going to be an epic fucking failure. That show has been finished production for over 2 years. Ironheart and Agatha as well. Those both finished shooting 2 years ago.
I really want to see Agatha though, and I don't want it to suck because I loved Agatha. I thought she was cool as hell, and Catherine Hahn's just amazing.
She's not the issue with what's going on with that.
No.
It's everything else.
It's Kevin.
Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with all the dots in between, motherfucker.
Hey, we suffered through She-Hulk. We can make that joke.
Yeah.
It was the only funny joke.
It wasn't even that funny.
No.
I thought it was funny because it's probably true.
I know it like hurt Daredevil's character, but that's the only gag / joke out of the whole show that I really thought made me really laugh was him having the walk of shame after sleeping with her. And I know that that's like horrible for his character, but for a one-off gag, it was fine. Just don't make that canon. Like, please, just don't.
The 2 characters have done far worse to each other and others.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're bad.
Yeah.
So says the non-comic book guy. So what do I know?
Matt's a walking hormone, and so is she.
Yeah.
Isn't that also Jessica Jones until she hooks up with Luke Cage? Or did I just send us on a 0 point and I get educated for the next 40 minutes and we're missing Justin?
I don't know, actually. I was never an Alias fan.
All I remember is I don't think Daredevil and Jessica Jones ever got together. Luke Cage and her did for a while.
I thought they got married or something like that.
I don't remember those comics too well.
Yeah.
That was in the Civil War days. They got married. He became one of the new Avengers. She wasn't because they had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then you found out that the kid was one of the Skrulls. And you're like, oh, dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, I don't know if she was a Skrull herself. I know the baby was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Huh.
Anyway.
Sounds like it could have been an interesting story.
Civil War, the first Civil War was fun until the end. Then it ended like all Marvel projects, which is like, drop. Big fight, drop.
Over. Okay. Gotcha. Now, is that how the X-Men 97 show is ending?
No.
No.
I think I hit a nerve.
Not. You go ahead, Kev.
Skeets and I were talking last week and just being curious, like how close to the comic books are they going to close out this series? Because again, we're wondering how good is Beau DeMayo as a writer? Because all we've really seen is adaptations of all these great stories that pretty much ended an era of X-Men. And he did a phenomenal job of sewing them all together. And I'd really like to say that at the end, he didn't do exactly what was done in a comic. Yes, all things that were done were taken from the comics, but he ended things in a way that were unique. Yeah. And it was very touching. The final episode was an extended episode, like Skeet said it needed to be. Mm-hmm. And it made me cry a few times. Like they did a damn good job.
Good tearjerker scenes in there. Had me choked up. But like Kevin said, he grabbed here from all these different comics of the X-Men, somehow weaved them, and I was getting nervous of like, oh, don't mess this up. Don't fuck this up so bad that we're going to be like, yep, I'm done watching. But no, he melded it just so perfect. It was just insane. I was like, what the hell? The ending. And then, yeah, post credits, there's more. And you're like, what? Like, it just blew me away. Just the ending. It was really good. Can't wait for the second season.
Cool.
Yeah, because it could have gone in one of two directions.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows you which direction they're going to go into. And you're like, oh, cool.
Yep.
All right. I think I'll finally get around and I'll start checking it out then. Because
Mhm.
I'm hearing good things from a bunch of different people, but I also wanted to hear from you two specifically because you've been pretty level and honest about the assessment on the show so far.
Yeah, like it's more serious than the original series was.
Mhm.
Because of course we're 30 years older.
Right.
The stakes are much higher, and it feels more like the X-Men's plight, where it's like it's not just the fight that they have to win, it's public opinion that they have to win too.
Mhm.
Okay.
And golly, that's always an uphill battle for them. Like even when they win, they lose, and it just sucks to be a mutant.
Mhm.
All right. Definitely going to add that to the watch list now. So. And let's see. Guys want to do some trailers? See if we can get copyright hit again?
Yeah.
Let's start with one that I don't think we'll get tagged on.
Oh,
We'll end with the other two. Yeah, that, if you hadn't known, is going to be Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola.
oh.
Yeah, that looked good.
This came out like it actually probably says on here on May 14th. We didn't cover that at that time, but we are covering it now. And this is sci-fi, so everybody enjoy. And this is an independent film by Francis Ford Coppola.
Mhm.
No full movie studio has supported this like at all. He has basically self-funded this entire movie, and it's about $120 million budget-ish. Could be a little bit more than that, but just think about that as you watch this trailer.
Does an empire die? Does it collapse in one terrible moment? No. But there comes a time when its people no longer believe in it.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
I'm in.
The first time I saw it,
good.
First time I saw it, I'm like, oh, amazing right away.
And I'm not gonna lie here. I didn't actually watch this trailer. I watched like the first original teaser trailer where Adam Driver's like standing over the edge of the building looking down. I knew this came out. I wanted to watch this initially with you guys. So this is my first time watching this, and I'm already fucking sold. And
Yep.
I hope the movie's good. I really do. But it looks really good and really interesting so far. Kevin?
Were those missiles coming down? Was this like apocalypse happening?
Definitely seems something like that.
Well, in the other trailer, it kind of hinted toward like meteorite coming down. Yeah,
But
because
something bad is happening, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, because I have no information about this movie other than the fact that it is self-funded.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't realize it was sci-fi, any of this. So this is all news to me.
Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola, this is kind of his baby. He's been trying to get this one made for a very long time. And he's also executive produced a TV show I very much liked back in 1998 to about 2001, TV show called First Wave, Alien Invasion. got a gentleman named Kate Foster. They kill his wife. He's the subject of an alien experimentation,
Mhm.
and he's got to stop an alien invasion. And he was involved with that. I met him briefly once on a little set visit. He wasn't on set. He was in production studios, but he signed a couple scripts that I was able to bring back, and I gave one away because I was doing the fan newsletter back then, and I kept the other one for myself. So that is like a prized possession of mine. So
Very groovy.
So I'm a little partial, but I'll also be honest. Like if I don't fucking like it, I ain't gonna like it. So.
And then I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, welcome.
Oh, so this is what happens if Germany wins the war.
Kevin.
Now I get it.
What this does is it screams, maybe we should have given the BioShock movie to Francis Ford Coppola.
Ooh, that would be
saying.
amazing. I could see that being amazing.
Yeah, but
This is where we're living.
I love the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
When we ask these questions,
Is this a musical?
dialogue about
No.
No.
that basically is it until
Shit.
Huh.
Oh. So
Oh.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Shy is
LaBeouf.
in this.
Yeah, I didn't see that before. John Voight, yeah.
Voight's a good choice. Jason
Yeah.
Schwartzman? Larry, we saw him earlier.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
Hoffman, I didn't see him in any of the trailers.
Huh.
Huh. That
He
is
can really
interesting.
pick and choose what he wants to do. In fact,
Yeah.
Dustin's doing this one. Means he liked the script.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't doing this as a... He doesn't do favors. He liked the
No.
script or he wouldn't do this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Driver's been more on the swing of, I'm actually gonna do real movies now. Forget Star Wars. So, and he's super picky about his scripts now these days as well. So, I'm gonna think this is, at least I will be entertained. I really hope it's good and not like a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
If it is 4 hours, let's just let it be good.
Yeah.
I don't mind a 4-hour movie as long as it kicks ass.
Oh, it is this year then. I mean, I knew
Yeah.
it was this year. I'm just like, is there an actual date? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
All right. No problem.
I kind of wonder if that's kind of like, I'm kind of glad he waited to do this a while, or it took him a while to do it, because
Yeah.
the effects, the special effects, and everything that he's got going on in that trailer was well worth the wait. But I think when I saw the title, it made me think of the old Metropolis.
Oh, I know, right? I'm like,
Yeah, it kind of
the
gives
hell?
that. I kind of wonder if it's either connected to that or he's just giving an homage to it.
well, that's how I felt like when I watched Dark City the first time. I'm like,
Yeah.
this definitely has Metropolis vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is, I get those same vibes with this one,
Mm-hmm.
but without like this super sci-fi
Yeah.
going on. But that could easily change with this movie. As far as I know, I don't think he's ever really done a science fiction movie or TV show. First Wave, he was just an executive producer on,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all he was. He's actually doing something like this, and I'm like, I'm game.
I mean, my
He
ticket's
hasn't
sold.
done anything in a long time.
Yeah.
So.
He wasn't actually involved with Superman, was he?
No.
Other than the infamous phone call.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, Richard Donner was having a problem getting Marlon Brando.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Okay.
That far back.
Uh,
I thought you were talking about something.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah, Donner had to call Coppola and ask him how to get Brando to work. He said, beat his
Yeah.
ass, throw him out of the trailer.
Yeah, basically. That's super funny. I love that.
Oh, the 70s.
Hey, well, Francis Ford Coppola, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I hope that comes out at. I'm kind of curious when that's going to come out. I would think the way they're doing the trailers, maybe sometime this summer/fall. I doubt this is a winter movie, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking fall.
It
That's
looks
my guess.
artsy enough that it could be, though.
I would maybe lean towards October, November. I would not do August, September.
No.
You're already going to be fighting like Deadpool from July until about August anyway. So
Yeah.
Why can't that be this month?
Yeah.
yeah, no, we got Furiosa instead.
Well, now that's coming out. That means they're going to have to push The Crow further down to next year, maybe.
Or maybe just don't put the Crow movie out at all. Here's a thought for you. Hot take. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Straight to DVD.
Speaking of Furiosa, though, I don't know if
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
heard or not. Anna Taylor-Joy only has 30 lines of dialogue in this movie.
Yeah.
So we did a little bit of cheat work and we looked up the script. And I don't know if this is all in the correct order.
Gasp in Spanish.
Isn't that hi?
Oy.
I'll give this a crack. Girl. Yeah. Eh? Rah. Hiss. Rah. Ha. Cuff. Room?
Room.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, I was out here twice, dude. Come on. Oh, God. Oof. Oof. Yes. Hey. Lipstick. I told him he was missing your from this one.
Oh.
It's a little late for that now.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's not sorry.
He's not.
Until I see her in a movie that I like, I can't forgive that fucking stupid picture from Super Mario Brothers. And it's nothing against her, but it just looks so stupid where it's like she's supposed to be dressed up as Peach because they were all dressing up as characters from the movie.
Yeah.
And she just has like this very like stick figure fighting punch. And all I could think of is Kya.
Yeah. I think that, I see that and it reminds me of like something from AEW with MJF when he was doing, I'm going to do the kangaroo kick. So he goes, time for a kangaroo kick. And he starts hopping around like a goddamn kangaroo before he kicks somebody with a drop kick.
Jeez.
I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
This shit. Oh my God.
So I hear she's got 30 lines of dialogue. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, it's all ADR sounds. So I'm trying to Google like the 30 most like popular, most common onomatopoeia sounds.
Oh, Kevin. How do we follow that up? Trailers?
Yeah, we got to have another trailer, I guess.
Okay, take your pick. We can either do the Dune Prophecy trailer or we could do House of the Dragon, or we could do both, but I'm going to do them a little differently than everybody else does so we don't get hit in Spanish.
In Spanish.
Hey, he did it. I'm going to do it too.
En español. Kevin's lost. We lost him now.
I was so excited to fucking come home last night because I wanted to work on all these.
Oh, God. I was going to do one for Kevin, but his character limit is 50 on here.
Ah,
Damn it, Kevin. What am I going to do with you?
in Espanol.
Anyway, I'll leave you as Kevin Smith.
El Kiev.
El Kiev. All right, we'll hit up these trailers super quick. Now we're not actually going to play these with audio. What I'm going to do is just kind of scroll through these. Have you guys seen these? I know, Kevin, you're not really big into like either of these though.
That's okay. I can make it up as I go along.
All right. Start with Dune. And what I'm going to do, no audio, but I'm just going to kind of
Misty style.
We're going to slowly scroll through the images. Eerie music plays, voices whispering. 10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides. Before the universe would know us as the Bene Gesserit. Spacecraft engines rumbling. No, I'm not going to do this the whole time. I'm just going to kind of like scroll through. I mean, honestly, the visuals look good. This is what they've been talking about the last 2-3 years for the Dune franchise, that they were working on a Bene Gesserit TV show. Yeah. And basically, this is 10,000 years before everything that you've seen in Dune happens. From what I understand, there's not much lore here, but this is the basic beginnings of it. So I think the visuals look pretty good in this trailer. It doesn't really give me a great feeling for the story, but you know, I like some of this. I'll play a couple seconds.
Assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from.
I mean, what I like is Mark Strong is in this.
Mm-hmm.
He will make this watchable for me. I'm gonna watch this, so I'm gonna be watching this show. And if anybody cares for a video of that as it's coming out, hey, let me know. Maybe I'll do a little solo video for whoever wants to. I'm not gonna force any of the panel to watch this if they don't want to. You guys have better things to do with your time than to subject yourself to some boring ass show. I might like it. It might be boring to most.
I like I said, I read the original book series. I know this is taken off on what his son wrote, and from people I know that read the books, they loved it. So I never got a chance to read those books, so I'm kind of excited to see what this will take over, from that book series, because that's what it's doing. So I definitely want to watch it for sure.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Maybe we can kind of gab about that as it comes out. But did you check out this trailer? What did you think so far, Skeeter, of this one?
I haven't seen this trailer. I didn't know it came out. So
it came out 3 days ago.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to check it in full in Espanol version of it, maybe.
Wait, can I change the language settings on here? No, I probably got
subtitles. You can subtitles. You can go to Spanish.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah.
My kids fuck that up all the time.
Oh, you had it in settings. Yeah, right there. Subtitles. Ah, darn.
No, that's all right. But the visuals look pretty. I have hesitations about this because they did have an original writing staff on this, and they were getting ready for production, and they like got rid of everybody, started all over again, and Denis was supposed to be very much involved with the show. I don't know how much he's actually involved with this one now. So that's where I hesitate on what we're really going to be getting out of this show.
Yeah.
And I know some people were screaming like this is going to be all about girl bosses and screw the patriarchy. As far as like most of us know from the book series, this ain't nothing to do with any of that. This was like back from the 60s, and they're just as corrupt as everybody else.
Yep.
So it's just basically they're trying to do a Game of Thrones style story in the Dune universe. So ooh, might be some. Well, it's HBO. We might get some sex scenes in this.
Sexy?
Yeah. Oh, now I can't get it. Oh,
that's okay. I mean, I am digging that they're reusing the logo, but
yeah.
Dune Prophecy. Yes, I turned the music off, everybody. Aha, this fall.
Now I gotta get Max.
Well, I'm getting Max in what is this? About 4 weeks from now, because of the other trailer we're gonna have, which is House of the Dragon. And we will do the same thing here. No audio. And I'll probably just kind of skip around a little bit and play a random scene here or there. But don't want to get hit. We want to talk about it, but Warner Brothers and HBO have been real fucking dicks when it comes to trailer reactions. If your favorite trailer is on somebody's stream and they don't remove it, that means their stream got a little copy hit on it. So, and that's okay. If you're okay with that as a content creator, hey, totally your call. We're not even monetized. It doesn't really matter that much. But for the future purposes of any of our videos, we want to be able to make use of that because we try to be as transformative as possible. That's what everybody encourages you to do. I don't know how to do that at this point, so still learning here. But like this for season 1 of House of the Dragon, this is looking pretty dope. And it looks like the drama and the action is ramping up. And based on the book that this is from, the story's about to go completely insane in this particular season. Everybody's grown up. Bad shit's about to really start happening. So it's really exciting for me. I don't know what's happening. I never read the book that this is based on. I think it's just the history of Ice and Fire or whatever it's called. Only book series that George R.R. Martin actually finished of Game of Thrones. So that and maybe Dunk and Egg. But
yeah.
Pretty excited for this. I do have some other friends that are pretty excited for this, and it sounds like Peter's kind of interested in checking this out, but he's about a season behind. And that's everybody's favorite Doctor Who, Mr. Matt Smith. Yeah. So it's great to see him back in this, and it's got some really fun dialogue going on. I mean, I love, like, this is stunning. The graphics and everything that they're using. Like, say what you will about HBO, but graphics always look sweet in these shows after years of being super cheap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching Rome going, this is the most expensive show you've ever made. And doesn't look like it. Costume-wise, I could totally see it, but I mean, I think this looks pretty awesome in general. And like I said, sorry everybody, we're not going to play like a whole lot of this trailer. We don't want to get a copy hit on this, but and the shit looks so fun. Like, honestly, look at that shit. That looks fucking cool. Whether you are into fantasy or not, like, it definitely looks good. And do you accept me as your queen and ruler after they've already been kind of hitched for like 15, 20 years?
Are you supposed to? We're not seeing it.
Oh, did the?
It's not.
It's not back there. It's not behind.
Technical difficulties, everybody.
Goddamn Corman.
Oh, there we go.
Was it like this the whole time, or did it stop
Yeah.
at some point?
No, wait, nothing came up.
Oh. Well then, that's what she
Recap.
said. So, but yeah, we got a pretty good Game of Thrones trailer here. I'm gonna let this play just a little bit here, and then I'm gonna kind of skip, and then kind of go through some fun scenes here. The HBO original series returns. Music intensifies. Yeah, I was talking about like the scene shot here with the graphics.
Yeah.
How this looks like so fucking pretty compared to like Rome.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand Rome was like years and years ago. I like the show, so don't get me wrong. At least it doesn't look like Spartacus.
Oof.
Blood and sand, but I will not knock Lucy Lawless. And Dr. Who Matt Smith again.
Yeah.
Good flights, good fights, good marches. That dude.
Was that top dollar?
No. It was Amon, I believe. Anyway,
we'll have to get to that scene.
dragons. Total badass. But yeah, this looks pretty exciting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like is this final shot of this giant dragon behind Rhaenyra.
Mm-hmm.
This should be pretty dope. I'm looking forward to it. So, and House of the Dragon.
Well, that's cool looking.
June 16th.
Coming up quick.
Yeah, it's gonna go toe to toe possibly with Rings of Power again.
Yeah.
Rings
They're
of Power
doing that
get their
again,
ass handed. Yeah, oh yeah.
Huh.
They ain't giving up on that one.
All right then.
Yeah. I'm powering through that show.
You've been powering at it for what, a year and a half now?
I actually got it caught up a while ago, but it's like the story's not there. It's just
not there. Yeah, when we were talking about Gollum the other day, like Kevin and I were just like, this looks dope. This is an interesting idea. How they're going to get 2 movies out of that is another question. But
yeah, right. Because they did it in like 5 minutes in one of the movies.
Yeah.
I think in Return of the King at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, thanks guys for kind of hearing me on trailers that may or may not get us hit. Even if they do, fuck it. I don't care right now. I'll just clip it out of the stream and we'll figure it out again in the future.
Yeah.
But Megalopolis at least looks fucking awesome. And we'll go from there when it comes to Dune Prophecy and House of the Dragon. All right. Anything else, guys, before we sign out?
I got nothing.
No.
Well, Scooter, where can people find you?
Right here in the link at Scooter on Sound. Anywhere on any social media, you'll be able to find me there.
Kevin, where can people find you?
You can find us at SunsAndShadows.com, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Here on our YouTube channel, every Tuesday we have our 0 Point reviews. Every Friday we have a bonus drop. Is it every Friday now?
Yep, every Friday we are putting out our podcast episodes on the YouTube. Once we are fully caught up on those back episodes, we will be transitioning to live. We will be transitioning to video on YouTube for the podcast. Podcast will still be available in audio form as usual, but you will now get the benefit of the videos going forward once we are caught up.
Yep. Which means I have to either clean the garage or keep these up.
Probably the green screen. I mean, we do have one of our Special Unit 2 episodes I could throw up as a nice bonus soon. But it doesn't have all the fun stuff I throw in on the audio version. So on the podcast versions, I usually do some editing and post to add some fun clips, audio clips, this, that, or the other, just to kind of accentuate and pop, keep the things rolling. But that's super fun. Everybody come check us out. Thank you all for tuning in on Deadwire Live. Greatly appreciate you having you here and having us with you. So please hit that like button, comment down below any headlines we missed, or if you just want us to skip doing Warner Brothers trailers because they want to be dicks, say that below too. Call us a bunch of fucking morons. Don't care. That's fine. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that little bell notification. We'll see you all in the next one.